And welcome back for another episode. And as you can see from the beginning of the video, I did kidnap our little copper golem. Probably not the nicest thing to do because I left those villagers to the zombies. Ugh, not feeling too great about that. But so now that we have this little guy, we are going to make him a little home. And, anyway, it was about time for me to start making my own little forge. So these are the materials we're going to be using. We're going to be using mossy tough blocks. Oh, I'm sorry, mossy tough bricks, mossy tough brick stairs, and mossy tough brick slabs. And then also the same versions of the tough blocks with some copper pipe. Now, if you don't have copper pipe, you can make your own kind of pipe using trapdoors and walls and fences. This comes from a mod I have. A magma block, a smithing table, an anvil, a furnace, and a blast furnace. And then finally, to make our little guy feel at home, we're going to do a copper bulb, and you'll see later on why in the video. Some copper blocks, copper bars, or again, this is brought in by a mod, but you can use the regular copper bars, dark oak wood, and a dark oak slab, and then a wax copper wall gate. That's brought in by another mod, but as I said, any of these blocks you can substitute. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to come in here, and we are going to, of course, it helps if I take some of the stuff with me. So the first things we're going to do is we're going to start building our smithing area. So that is going to be like the... Oh, geez. Yeah, it just went right out of my head. Oh, my goodness. So like basically our little blacksmith area where we make the tools. So just gathering our materials, so I don't have to keep running back and forth. So the furnace we want to put up about 1, 2, 3 blocks high. We're going to do 2. Then underneath it we're going to put a blast furnace. And then sticking out, we're going to do 2 magnum cubes. And we're going to put our smithing tables in front of it. And our anvils like that. So for the next step, we are going to go in and fill with our blocks. So to start off with, I am just going to start off with the regular blocks. I'm not going to be worried too much about the stair versions. So I'm going to do like the regular blocks and the slabs. So on the lower part, we do want to put the mossy blocks. I just feel these would be more likely to be, because they're in contact with the ground, that they would have, obviously, the moss growing on them. So we're going to stack them across like that. And we can pop in a little bit of the other moss in there, just to kind of give it some texture and have stuff, obviously, will be growing on it. And then we're going to put a little shelf across like that. So as you can see, it is a very practical. We can use the blacksmith. Well, these are the blacksmith tables. I always do that. The anvil. And to make it even better looking, make sure you have your operational utility tab active. And that you can do by going into the controls, and we're going to get the debug stick. Now my debug stick looks a little bit different than your guys does because of a mod I have. So I'm going to left click on it, whoops, and then light it up. So this way we have a bit of a smoke effect. And was going to put a pipe on there. So I'm going to stick a copper pipe on there like that. So the smoke has some place to go. In this particular one, you know what? Let's add smoke. I'm going to use web for the smoke. An old school trick, but oops. See, because it is a redstone block, we are going to have to hit the shift while we put our cobweb on. Then kind of go diagonally. So we can knock out the webs we don't want. So it kind of looks like it's puffing away there. So we're going to fill in around next with the moss blocks, because they do come in, as I said, they do come contact with the earth here. And we are going to stagger them. What I mean that, staggering them height-wise. But we're just going to fill in these areas first. So like the first row is going to be low like this. And then we're just going to follow the layout of the earth. So see, it's just going to get up a little higher each time. Some of the areas I am going to go back and add more blocks, just to have them blend in, I think, a bit better. And it's okay. Some people would not necessarily like this sharp edge that I have. I'm fine with it because it's a man-made item. So I think in certain areas we're gonna, like, you know, maybe bring it up a little bit higher. Just to give, I don't know, for some reason I always view this as an uneven area. We are going to go back now and add some of the regular blocks in. This technique, I find it easier for me. I don't tend to make patterns with it. There is some mods that provide a tool called a wrench that does this. Unfortunately, I can never get those to work. So yeah, let's fill that all the way across like that. That looks a little bit better. A little bit too much of the moss blocks, so you're going to see me replace a lot of them. I probably should have just started with the... Oops, sorry. I probably should have just started with the regular tough blocks. But you see me moving in and out a lot just to check, to make sure everything looks good. It's going to come over here. We're going to do the same with this side, but this time we're going to start with the tough blocks. I am going to, as I said, have this area set up for my golem to walk around in and not have him escape, hopefully. So the golems are very much like the iron golems. They're just smaller, not as powerful. This one I think we're just going to bring over this high. I'll have to figure out once I get closer to my forge. That's what it's called. Oh my gosh. My forge, that I have the height set right. And see, it is getting to become night, but we should be fine. Those zombies should be afraid of my little golem there. As you can see over here, I missed putting in some of the tough blocks on the lower level. So we're going to try to blend it in as best as we can. So you can see, I'm going to raise this corner up a little bit. And maybe this one. Just to kind of, I don't know, give it kind of like a whimsical feeling, I guess. Or, don't want to say magical element, but maybe of importance? I don't know. I really don't know why I envisioned this one looking like this, but it's just how I did. So, I'm not liking how the top's looking. So we're going to come up. And we're going to use more of the slabs, and we're just going to alternate which ones we put down randomly, of course. Oops, which has like the slabs. So just to give the top wall a bit more definition, and maybe we'll add some more over here too. And just to break up, because we have a lot of lines here that I'm not exactly happy with. So we'll have something like this. Now we do need to go around and start building our little fence so our golem does not escape. For this part, I'm going to do the bottom of stone using the regular tuff. And I did have a space there, but really didn't like it. Let's just come here and pop in some of the moss. So I'm going to take a look. Now we're going to grab our copper bars. I'm not ready for the copper yet. Our dark oak and our dark oak slab. Let's also grab some of the stairs. Actually, no, we're not going to grab the stairs yet. I'm not quite ready for the stairs. So I think we're going to start the fence over here. You can see I am going to have a bit of a gap. But if I put one down here and line it up right, we'll fix it. It is not perfect, but I wanted that nice circle edge there. So we're going to bring this up as high as the other blocks. Now, as I said, you make this how you want to. This is just an idea. Ooh, never realized that area was there before. And, oh dear. Okay, that's why. So we are going to go up one more height on this side. And I am going to grab one of the tough bricks just to make it kind of even. We're going to come back around this way, and we'll have a nice flowing edge. Well, as much as copper bars can flow. Oops, we'll fix that when we get in there. So to top it all off, I am going to add some slabs. I just think that I don't know, I'm not a fan of just having copper bars and then, unless it's like used as a fence, but when it's mixed with a wall, I prefer them to be capped off. Okay, and then down here we're going to use our dark oak wood. And we're going to make our giant pillar. Okay, so I didn't grab our gate before and forgot. So here's our gates. And you know what, let's make it like it's a door. Oh, I got phantoms floating around. I don't know why I put that back. So now we're going to come in and we're going to remove all the grass. Did not think that through. We'll come back and fix that in a second. So we're going to make this a mixture of copper bulbs and copper. One of the other jobs of the copper golem is, depending on the time of day, it will either turn on the copper bulbs or turn them off. So I just thought that would be a fun way to light this area. You know, once you have it laid out, doing something like this as quickly as I did is fine, because you're not going to take stuff out you don't want to. So now we're going to grab the copper bulbs, the copper, along with the tough stairs, and the mossy tough brick stairs. So I think what we're going to do is, for now, we're going to start off just by putting our copper blocks down. So this area, I'm not really going to worry about putting the bulbs in. So probably be like the corners there. So just going to randomly throw them around. And we're going to fill this in. And obviously add our anvils back in. And I think maybe we will even just put in a suit of armor for decoration. And we'll definitely put down some of the stairs, because I would like to kind of edge off this area here. So it's going to mean removing some of the copper blocks, but we can place them back in. I do like the sound of the copper. Oops. I do try to match up the mossy blocks together. So we'll have something like this. And if we turn it this way, we can make a nice little entrance. And just pay attention to which direction your blocks are moving in. Let's do this. And let's make this one a mossy block. That one's a little bit tricky because it's a regular set of stairs. It's a regular block. So you see I'll come in here and just pop in certain areas where I think we need our copper lights. Yeah, let's have this one here. So I did say grab some armor. I'm just going to use the base armor, the leather. If I was doing this for my own world, I would take the time to dye it and do the armor trims, but I don't want this video to go too long. Gonna grab our armor stand. And let's grab some weapons while we're here too. So let's see, let's grab a shield. Let's maybe grab an iron sword. And a mace. And while we're at it, bow and arrow. Well, bow. So I think right here would be a good spot for our armor stand. Now my armor stands look different because I'm using a resource pack that makes them a little bit thicker. Before I do that, let me add the arms. I always set it to no gravity. I have a habit of doing something and knocking my armor stands and having to go pick them up from the ground or lose them completely. Let's also pop our anvil back here. Let's give him a mace. Now let's see, pick a pose for him. Because why not? So let's see. Looks like he's going to smash himself in the knee. So I'll have him stand like that. That's good. And I do want to hang some of the weapons up. So let's... I guess if I was working, I would have them over here. Or can we put them on the fence? That would look kind of cool. See if we can get it a little higher. Nah, it doesn't want to go higher. I don't like how it looks. Just do it on the one that's 2 blocks. So I keep forgetting about that. So I'm just trying to readjust it right now. There we go. Let's put maybe our anvils are going to go there. So let's place our shield there. Oh, I don't want to put the armor stand up there. Let's take a little bit to place them. There we go. And let's grab some ore. Let's see. Let's grab some iron ingots. Don't want to do netherite. And maybe some copper bits. I don't think you're gonna see. Well, we'll see. I'm afraid you may not see them on the ground. Oh, that's the problem. Let's gotta grab a couple. Okay, it's nighttime and we're going to take our little guy to his new home. Oops. Sorry about that. Wrong button. Oh no, he's loose! I broke the lead! Come on, bud. Please don't walk into my carriage. This is Oreo. He's our friend. We don't want to hurt him. Yay, he does light him up. So, I don't know. He may not want to move around too much. Oh, he hears the zombie. Oh, look at him go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no! No! Oh dear, I'm gonna have to go get him back. Okay. New plan. We tie our golem into our... Well, you sure do get him. Come on, light that one up. Yay! So what we're going to do is we are going to give him a hitching post so he can't run away and attack. Was not thinking about that. Okay. So. You're very good at your job, but we don't want you running away. Speaking of which, let's name him. I don't want him to despawn. Despawn. However you say it. So I picked two because I also want to name my horse. So we're going to call them... Oops. Oh. Helps if I put the name tag in. So we're going to call Golly the Golem. And as I also said, I also want to make one for Oreo. Oh, it won't let me name tag him. Darn it. Oh well. Let's go name tag Oreo. Have fun, Golly. No more escaping. Yay! Thank you, guys. No, you can't eat the name tag. Oh, God, no, you don't want to eat rotten flesh, Oreo. No, you can't eat the copper ingot. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I will catch you in the next one. I will be streaming this Friday, July 11th. Thank you guys, and I hope you all have a great evening.